So aces in disc golf are pretty rare. Yo, what's up you guys? So today I'm going to give you a couple reasons why 99% of aces in disc golf are mistakes. Now, of course, these are good mistakes. So don't think this is a video about me talking about how getting aces are bad or anything like that, because that's obviously not the case. Now, the first reason is, well, I've been playing over 15 years, and at least 10 of those were competitive years. Now, I mostly just play in competitions and stuff like that, and if I do play a course, it's normally a really hard course or something like that, so I don't really expect to get aces, but I just want to point out that having skill alone doesn't get you aces. Reason number 2, which kind of ties into reason number 1. I think aces are mistakes because you see new players get aces all the time. Now obviously new players mean like AM3, AM2, AM4, these people are getting aces. Now you look at like the top players, usually they don't go for aces or anything like that. So it's usually surprising to new players when other new players get aces and stuff like that, and the top players don't usually get any aces. Now a reason for top players not getting any aces at all is mainly due to the fact that top players aren't going for aces, they're going for 2s. Reason number 3. Once you start getting better at disc golf, you realize that aces are risky. Like, you don't want to throw it too high that it could go past the basket, flying past the basket into the rough, and you don't make the 2 putt. It's better just to lay it up right under the basket as close as you can get it. And, you know, maybe if you throw it too high or something, maybe it'll go in. But the whole purpose of your drive is to try to get a 2. Now, my next reason is aces themselves are extremely hard to get. You can see in this video here where me and my dad were throwing at this one hole at this one course. It's super short. It took us over 120 shots. Now, I think it took us a lot of shots, mainly due to the fact that we're throwing both of our entire bags. We're taking turns. And normally we would both either throw a putter or a mid-range. And since we were throwing drivers and a bunch of other discs that we normally wouldn't throw in this hole, I think it took us way longer than expected because we had to keep changing our style, and eventually got to the point where, you know, we had to like adapt to the drivers when we wouldn't actually throw one on this hole. But yeah, I just want to point out that it's not that easy to get an ace, especially if you're trying to get one on the same shot over and over again. And then I just want to point out that I think when people get aces, they never mean to. If you ask anyone who's gotten an ace and it was in a competition, I highly doubt they were going for an ace, unless they were super far behind and they had nothing to lose. Now with that said, let's get into that 1% where aces actually aren't mistakes. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a competition called Ace Race. Basically, it's a style of a tournament where players go in groups and they only throw a drive. And the whole purpose is to get an ace. And things like hitting the post or other medals, they get you prizes and stuff at the end. But everyone keeps throwing until someone gets an ace. Now obviously in this situation, aces won't be a mistake because you're obviously going for it every time. Maybe the throw that actually gets an ace is a mistake, but the fact that you're trying to go for an ace every time makes it more likely that it was on purpose. Now another situation where an ace actually might be legit is in a casual round. So in a casual round, maybe you're just goofing off with friends or whatever, and you know, you're not playing for any money or anything, you're just having fun. Maybe you have a couple holes left and you decide, alright, I'm gonna go for an ace or whatever, and then maybe you get one or something like that on your very last hole or something. See, that might be legit because you have no risk. You have no risk of going past the basket. Who cares if you get a 4 on the hole? You know, you're just playing with friends, you're having a good time. And there's one more situation that I could think of, and that is when you play extremely short holes. Like, let's say one that's under 200 feet, right? You're basically throwing a putter straight at the basket anyways. So, I mean, even if you're in a competition, throwing a putter, I mean, that's pretty safe, right? Even if you get the ace on the 180-foot hole, I mean, I would believe that you actually went for it. It's not that unlikely that you actually got an ace on that kind of hole. But when people say they went for an ace on a 250-foot hole in the woods or something like that, you know, it's pretty unlikely. I mean, it's cool that they got the ace and all, don't get me wrong, but I think it was a mistake that it actually went in the basket. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be coming out with a video on how to get more aces, how to practice getting more aces eventually, Anyways, guys, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.